first heard about the Haven when I got diagnosed with breast cancer, and they gave me lots of leaflets and booklets and flyers and things, and I didn't read any of them at first, but then I got to reading this one called The Haven, which it said that it offered all these complementary therapies. So I was going through, like, at the time, hell, and thinking, oh God, I don't know what's going to happen, what am I doing, all this stuff. And then I read about this place, and I thought, well, at least it's fun. At least I can go there and kind of enjoy it. And I know that sounds really naff, but I think that it gives you at least out, you think, well, something good can come from having breast cancer. I know that sounds really awful, but that's what I thought.
I had my diagnosis. It was 9 weeks before our third daughter's wedding, so you can imagine that was a bit of a poser. And I didn't want to be in any way kind of thrown by it, if you see what I mean. I had to be a bit strong and a bit brave and a bit sort of all right, because I didn't want to spoil that. I don't know what I was expecting. I'd heard of it, but whether I thought it would be embarrassing or whether they'd ask me questions I didn't want to answer, or I don't know what it was really, but you've been through so many things already, you're not quite sure what to expect, and it's the fear of the unknown, I think, and you sort of wonder whether you're going to be sort of put through more traumatic things.
My first impressions when I first arrived here was it just seemed such a relaxing and calm and tranquil place. You kind of sit down, and it even kind of smelled nice, and there was this little trickly, fountainy thing in the reception, and I just felt very calm and restful.
When you first come, what you'll find is you are offered an hour-long appointment to see one of our specialists, who will take you through the Haven programme and be able to really hear what's happening with you. Our programme isn't one size fits all, and we want to find individual therapies that you might be interested in and that might help you at the particular stage you're at.
I kind of like the Haven as an individual, though, not in a group member. I don't really like to talk about my problems and what I'm going through. I kind of like it because I can come here and it's my little secret, and it's my little world, and it's fine to come in and have a massage and talk to all these people, and then you can just go and live your life. I did the counselling, which is great because you can just talk.
You could talk about certain things which you normally can't do otherwise outside, even with your friends and family, because they don't know how to deal with it or what to say. And you just find yourself having to explain so much before they can understand and respond appropriately.
In a family, I don't know whether everybody thinks this, but you can talk to your friends a bit, but with the family, they were hugely supportive. I mean, my husband was marvellous and my children were wonderful, considering looking back how worried they must have been. But you don't want to talk about your worries with them, because actually it doubles it. It's not like halving it, it makes it worse, so you don't. At least I didn't.
I think when you come here, it's more real. You can be yourself, and you can let yourself go, and because everyone else in this building has some awareness of breast cancer.
Everybody's in the same situation. What if I get ill? What happens if it comes back? All those sort of things are things that we all must think about, and that was helpful, just to be in a place where it isn't a shock, because your friends can be very shocked, but here nobody's shocked.
I tried some things that I had never kind of done before, but I thought that might help, reading the brochure again, things like shiatsu, craniosacral therapy, and in fact I still remember that there was one session of shiatsu I had where I didn't even realize how emotional I was, because I started crying in the middle of it, and I think the therapist was just extremely supportive and recognized the fact that, and in fact even acknowledged that it can bring about a lot of emotions in you, and to just allow yourself to feel that.
I think if you have the opportunity to come to Haven, then you absolutely should come, because you've really got nothing to lose. It's all free, which is amazing, because to have these kind of treatments, normally it's quite expensive. It would have been beyond me to pay for them.
Being unwell is actually very expensive. Somebody in the household who can't do the housework very often, and so you've got to pay somebody to do that. You know, whatever it is, it is expensive, and you don't want to spend money on yourself because you already are aware that there's more money being spent in the household than would be if you weren't ill. When you come after you've had the NHS treatments, which is necessary, and I would never tell anybody that what is at the Haven is a substitute for that in no way, but you are so worn out with it that you need some tools to recover, and that's what I think the Haven gives you.
It's been nothing but positive, and I can't think of any reason why, if you could manage to get here, you wouldn't come.